Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're taking a fascinating journey, looking into three really extraordinary ancient texts. We want to see them not just as history, but, as windows into our shared human quest for meaning, our mission, to pull out the key insights and see how these ancient voices, how they resonate with us today. Let's dive in.
Right. We've got the ancient Egyptian Book of the Dead, the super mysterious Voynich Manuscript, and the Mayan creation story, the Popol Vuh. They're very different, of course, but they all touch on these universal themes: life, death, finding purpose, our place in the universe.
Okay, let's start with the Book of the Dead. Or actually, you mentioned its real name is more like the Book of Going Forth by Day.
Exactly. And it wasn't just one book. It was more like a collection, a dynamic set of spells and prayers. Its real significance, I think, comes from how it evolved.
How so?
Well, it started as these pyramid texts, just for kings, then coffin texts for the elite. But by the New Kingdom, maybe 1500 BC or so, they were on papyrus scrolls, much more widely available.
So a kind of democratization.
Precisely. A democratization of the afterlife, of spiritual access. It really speaks to this deep human desire for some control over destiny, even, after death.
And the famous weighing of the heart ceremony.
Yeah.
That image is so powerful. What's behind that?
Oh, yeah. Spell 125. It's central.
Yeah.
The idea was the deceased person's heart was weighed on scales against Mat's feather.
Mat being truth and justice.
Exactly. Truth, justice, cosmic order, all embodied in Mat. If your heart was balanced, you passed into the afterlife. If not, you were destroyed. It underscores this ancient, maybe universal need for morality, for accountability, a sense of order.
Makes sense. And beyond judgment, there are those hymns to Ra, the sun god, right? Chapter 15.
Yes, the veneration of Ra is everywhere. He's the creator, constantly reborn each day with the sunrise. It shows this primal connection to the sun, doesn't it? As the ultimate source of life, a kind of inherited reverence for nature's cycles.
Okay, so the Book of the Dead offers a map, a way to navigate the afterlife. But what about something that seems totally unnavigable, like the Voynich Manuscript?
Ah, yes. The ultimate enigma. It's this 15th century book, kept at Yale now, written entirely in a script nobody can read, Morniches they call it, and filled with these bizarre illustrations.
And we know it's genuinely old, not a modern fake.
Oh yeah, radiocarbon dating puts it squarely in the early 1400s, so it's authentic, but deciphering it, nope. Stumped everyone for centuries.
So is the message just that some things are unknowable?
Yeah.
Or maybe it was just an elaborate hoax back then?
Well, people have suggested everything, from a secret code to a lost language to, yes, a hoax, but the fact that we keep trying to solve it, that tells us something, I think. It highlights this core human drive, this relentless need to understand, to crack the code, to solve the puzzle.
Even if the puzzle is unsolvable, what about the drawings? You said they're bizarre, plants that don't exist.
Exactly. Strange botanical drawings, weird astronomical charts, diagrams of naked figures connected by tubes. It's baffling stuff.
Sounds almost like, I don't know, sci-fi.
Huh, maybe. But even if we don't get the text, the drawings show this deep impulse to observe, to categorize, to represent the world, the cosmos, even a world we don't recognize. The sheer number of theories about it really shows how we project meaning onto ambiguity. It's like a Rorschach test for human ingenuity,
Right. Fascinating.
Love it.
Okay, let's move to our third text, the Popol Vuh. This is the Mayan creation story.
That's right. The sacred epic of the Quiché Maya, hugely important. It started as oral tradition, but then, around the mid-16th century, under Spanish rule, Quiche's leaders had it transcribed using the Latin alphabet. A strategic move.
To preserve their culture.
Exactly, a powerful act of cultural resilience, saving their collective memory, their identity, in the face of colonial pressure. It's about that innate drive to protect who you are.
And the creation story itself is unique, isn't it? Something about attempts with mud and wood failing?
Yes, the creators tried making humans from mud, but they dissolved. Tried wood, but they were rigid, heartless. Success came only when they used maize, yellow, and white corn. That gave humans consciousness, the ability to speak, to understand.
So linking humanity directly to their staple food.
Sacredly linking them, yeah. It suggests purpose isn't just about existing, but about comprehension, about connection to sustenance, to the earth itself.
And there are heroes, too, the hero twins.
Hunahpu and Expalanque. Classic hero's journey. They go down into Spalba, the underworld, face trials, defeat the lords of death.
Who avenge their father.
So avenge their father, yes. And crucially, they then ascend to the heavens, becoming the sun and the moon.
Wow, okay. So that echoes the sun veneration in the Book of the Dead again.
It does, a different culture, a different story, but that same archetypal journey towards cosmic significance, often linked to the sun and moon. It suggests these aren't just random myths, but maybe tap into something deeper, something cross-culturally resonant.
So tying this all together, the Book of the Dead, the Voynich, the Popol Vuh. What's the big takeaway for someone listening right now? For you?
Well, I think it's that these aren't just dusty old books. They reflect these incredibly deep psychological, maybe spiritual patterns, archetypes. You could almost think of it like the DNA of tradition, not literally genetic, of course, but these evolved human tendencies.
Like what?
Like our drive to find patterns, like the Voynich shows us, or that deep, perhaps innate response to the sun as life giver, like in Egypt in the Maya story, the need for ritual, the power of shared stories to hold communities together. These things feel inherited. We seem to inherit the potential, the drive for these kinds of profound experiences and ways of making meaning.
So exploring these texts is really about exploring ourselves.
Absolutely. You're tapping into something ancient within you, recognizing echoes of countless ancestors, their questions, their hopes, their ways of understanding the world.
It's about connecting with that long, incredible human story. Keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep connecting with that legacy inside you.